What can go wrong? Is something supposed to happen?
Sharks, swords, yogurt, kicks, fries, smartphones, hot tubs, yeah. Shades, bagels, grills, airbrush, chrome, blankets, mopeds, yes. Drop top, laptop, breath mints, cars, kittens, what's these drive-thrus fresh?
Tight pants, widescreens, tacos, wheelies, freestyles, thrift stores, mini trampolines.
Pickle and peanut.
Pickle and peanut.
Pickle and peanut.
Pick, 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 pick.
Pickle and peanut. Pickle and peanut. I honestly want to first ask the question, who was the special snowflake who thought of the original idea to get two food items, make them sentient, and put them into a somewhat normal situation with a bizarre outcome? As you couldn't tell, I was being sarcastic there, because this idea has already been done so many times, but this isn't what I'm talking about, especially not with VeggieTales. VeggieTales is childhood right there. Today, I'll be talking about the Disney XD series Pickle and Peanut. Now I gotta say, when I first saw an episode of this series, I thought it could have been okay. It seemed like regular show. Two friends living in a normal world full of anthropomorphic animals or food, and a human once in a while. But when I saw a full episode of this, it lacked so many good details that a good show needed. Don't get me wrong, here on the Cancer Files, not everything I do a review on is cancer. Sometimes, like this, at one point during the creation of this series, it could have had some chance of being a cure, but along the lines of something good being made, like real cancer, it starts off as a small, bad idea. Then it starts to grow into more bad ideas, until soon enough, it becomes the whole thing you're watching or playing. Pickle and Peanut was no exception. It looks like it could have been a pretty decent show, but sadly it contained so many bad features that was not good for appealing their target demographic, which from what I've seen, was most likely targeted towards early tween audience. Sure, there are some adult humor in it, and there's some like adult things that'll appeal to others, such as like living or working or death. Yes, if there's one thing I've noticed is that this show can be so subtle about the issues like death. The characters treat it like it's an everyday thing that happens to them, which it does, in fact. If you ask me, that is a big no-no. If you think the semi-adult audience think that this is hip, no offense, but there's something very wrong with you.
Did Banjo finish the dam?
No, he died. Banjo's dead. A hunter shot most of his face off. It was, gross.
Either that, or most likely it's something very wrong with the people who made this. It's not the audience's fault. If Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared has taught me anything, is that the media doesn't give a rat's behind about whatever they're brainwashing us with. If they think old ladies going to prison or just flat out dying is okay to show to young people, then that's pretty messed up if you ask me. But I digress. Let's move on to the characters. As I said before, the world of Pickle and Peanut did a sort of good thing when it came to the characters, mixing different forms of characters such as anthropomorphic animals, sentient objects, or just plain humans. It gives the viewer more imagery to the mind. Except that a lot of characters, they don't appeal to the mind. They lacked the chromosomes to have any development, like how SpongeBob's turning out to be after like 50 freaking episodes. But back to Pickle and Peanut. These characters are cool, but they have no character development at all. They're just there with their own awkward characteristics, which somewhat also seem like they're also like the same kind of characteristics between each character. Like the main characters, Pickle and Peanut, they hardly have any different characteristics. All their characteristics are pretty much the same. They both just act like very dim-witted adults who just want to fit in with the in crowd, which is very sad once you think about it. I honestly feel sorry for their parents. In fact, let's show the parents, shall we? Look at this! Look at what you've done! Are you proud?
All around me are familiar faces.
To wrap things up, Pickle and Peanut had a very iffy feel here, but overall, I think we know what the final verdict here is. Before we find out, let's get a final opinion from our friendly neighborhood weird person, Humping Man. What do you think, Humping Man? Oh, Humping Man, got into the bleach again. We all know you can't really die. You think I don't know that? Okay, well, in that case, the final verdict for Pickle and Peanut is... cancer! It was cringy to watch. Seeing all of the unresolved death made me feel uneasy, and it overall just felt plain and awkward in general, so sorry Pickle and Peanut, no hard feelings, it's just my job. That's it for this episode of the Cancer Files. Hope you enjoyed. Any last words to say for the audience before I leave, Humping Man? Oh, Humping Man. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed, everyone. Have a great week, and we'll see you again in the next What the Fuck Randomness. Bye!